My name is Sanithna. I'm an artist in Atlanta, Georgia. Coming from an Asian background, I was groomed to be a white-collar professional. And so I was supposed to be a doctor or a lawyer. And so when I went to college, I sort of hedged my bets and I went into design, graphic design, because I felt like that was where I would have a more steady income, where there was a little more stability in it. But art has always been something that I've been passionate about. It's been in my heart. And it's something that I've always wanted to make sure that I made time for. So as I was in my career for graphic design, I made sure to sort of, pull art into my practice as much as possible. And from there, it just sort of has blossomed. I like to make things almost painterly, but there's still sort of structure to it. I really love showing the mark making process. So that's probably something that is maybe not unique to me, but it is sort of indicative of the work that I do. I honestly think that not a lot has changed fundamentally with my practice. I still approach art with the idea, with the hope that I'm pushing myself. That's been a common sort of motif through my entire journey as an artist, is like this idea that I have an idea, or I have a concept, I have a couple of things to say. How do I push this idea out of me in a way that, one, I am content with, and then two, that can be accepted properly. Buddhist monks do this thing where they create mandalas out of sand. And so the whole purpose is just to create the mandala. And after they create it, they just they clear it off. And it's about the idea of creation and getting into this flow state where you're in the present moment. You're not thinking about anything else. You're not thinking about, what's going on around you. It's really just being absolutely present. And I think art making facilitates that. The work that I create is pretty personal to me and my perspective. So, sometimes I'll filter in things that are happening in the world, current events. Obviously I'm a person, I have an opinion, and I'll present that back. But most of the time it's pretty personal. Failing is my way of learning really quickly. And I welcome it as much as possible. So I try to inject as many wild factors as possible into my work. I'll limit the amount of mediums that I use, or the time limit that I have, or, I'll put lots of pressure on a deadline just to see how I react to different situations. I think that might be partly me trying to make sure that I don't get too complacent in my practice, because once I get repetitive, I'd enjoy it less. I want to feel always engaged with my work. Art for me is always it's this vehicle for me to share something personal to whoever is there to receive it. And I want to make sure that I'm communicating with whoever's receiving it. You don't really understand the layers of a person until you're able to peel it back a little bit, and that's something that we all don't do enough of. And I think art is a really good tool for that, because there's less judgment in it. You're expected to put in your innermost thoughts and feelings. That's already baked into it. So when a viewer comes and looks at art, they already know that they're going to get something that's personal and internal. I want to make art that's just honest to what I do. So if I'm able to sort of communicate an idea or a feeling to you, then that's success to me. My name is Sanithna. I'm an artist. This is my voice. This is my life.